billions of Muslims for this to reach to us. And we are happy because of that. Definitely we don't deserve this. But it came to us. This is an amanat to us. This is a trust that is given to us. This is the time when we are going to prove that we are trustworthy ones. Trustworthy ones. Siddiq. We are following the way of Abu Bakr Siddiq. Don't think the way is easy. It is the most difficult way. Until we sacrifice everything, we have not made one step in this way. We are weak. We are the worst ones in this Akhir Zaman. But we are happy that we are under Sahibul Saif, dunya and akhirat, inshallah rahman. Evet. Anybody has any questions you want to say? Any comments you want to make? Feel free. Yes, Pedro, you have something you want to say? Say. Colored lights, yeah. A lot of colors. Very good. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. Those ones who are watching, I think, maybe you know it by now, we finished our Taraweeh. We did it before the zikr. So, if you're watching from other parts of this US, or you haven't finished your Taraweeh, you have nothing to say, no questions asking, have a good night. Assalamu alaikum. And finish your Taraweeh prayers, inshallah rahman, next week. Same place, same time, same channel. If Allah gives us the life to continue until next week, who knows? We don't know. Believer must live like that. If you are living like that, definitely you're going to look and count at things that are important for you, not things that are not important. If you're not looking like that, if you're not living that way, then every small thing that is going to bother your ego, you're never going to be at peace. Every little look somebody gives you and you're not happy, never you're going to be at peace. You're going to be always fighting constantly with yourself. Don't fight against your ego. For you and for me, fight against our ego. Step to our ego and say to our ego, this time I catch you. Don't let our ego to be free. Shaitans, they are being locked up, but our egos are free. How many millions they are? Fasting during the day. Fasting, we call this fasting. Fasting. Not fasting, staying away from food and drink and other kinds of activities. But fasting is completely something else. Inshallah Rahman, we reach to that level of fasting. We are not claiming that we are. We are weak. We are saying, for the sake of the beloved ones, for the sake of our Grand Shaykh and our Shaykh, may our fasting be accepted. May our prayers be accepted. We are not relying on our prayer or our fasting, but we are doing it. We have to do. We cannot drop. We have to do it strictly. In this month, these nights, the last 10 nights of this holy month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hidden the most holy night, Laylatul Qadr, in these last 10 nights. Do not let these nights to pass empty. Heavily, saints, awliya Allah, our Shaykh is saying, of course, Laylatul Qadr, it can be any night, in any month. Like the Ottoman, the Turkish saying, treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr. And treat everyone that you meet that he is Hizr, alayhi salam. At that time you are not going to lose. You're not going to lose. You're going to win. So that night is hidden. But heavily it is hidden in the month of Ramadan. Heavily in the month of Ramadan, the last 10 days. And heavily in the odd days, odd nights of that month. Laylatul Qadr, it could be tonight, tomorrow. So, not to let those nights to pass, because that is a big blessing for us, especially in these days, in the Akhir Zaman. Because that one night, the value of that one night, it is 1,000 months. 1,000 months, the value of that one night. If you worship in that one night, it is as if you have worshipped for 1,000 months. And 1,000 months of nafila ibadat, 1,000 months, it is equivalent to over 80 years of a man's life. So in that one night that you're making, sitting down, thinking about Allah, thinking about His Holy Prophet, making tafakkur, making meditation, thinking, not meditation they're teaching these days, Sufi meditation. No. Not to sit like a Buddha and meditate. No. Not to enter into illusion and delusion will. No. Sit down and take account. Remember all those things that you have done. For the sake of your ego, sit and say, Astaghfirullah ya Rabbi. Look at the events in your life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown us mercy to. And say, Shukur ya Rabbi. Say, Astaghfirullah ya Rabbi, do not put me into the fire. Let that fear to be guiding us. And say, Shukur ya Rabbi, you did not leave me alone to my ego. Let that hope to guide us. Between the hope and the fear, this is how we should be having our faith. So in this month, holy month, there is hidden the holy night of Laylatul Qadr. And if we make worshipping in that one night, it is as if we have made nafila ibadat all our lives. All our lives. That is a grant that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to His Holy Prophet ﷺ, especially for His ummah. Because Holy Prophet is looking at all the other ummats, looking at all the other prophets. They live for hundreds of years. Some live over 1,000 years. They have the opportunity to make the ibadat. But His nation, the lifespan is very short. But in Islam, in the calendar, in the real calendar, not the fake Western calendar, in the real calendar, there are hidden holy days and holy nights that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us grant for us to be able to catch up and to worship and to get the blessings, especially in these days of complete darkness, in these days of complete dajjaliyat, in these days of complete sorrow, in these days where there is no khilafat, where these days where there is no Islam. Islam is not ruling. This worshipping will keep us strong. This worshipping will make us to be ready. So when the time that Mahdi alayhi salam, Sahibu Zaman, comes, we'll be ready. Everyone is waiting for that time. But what are you doing to prepare? You think this is magic? They made Islam to be like magic. They made Akhir Zaman to be like magic. No, it is not like magic. Holy Prophet ﷺ built this religion with the sweat and the blood and the lives of the martyrs. The lives of the martyrs, not with magic. 23 years he built. After that, in the Khulafa Rashidun, yes, we just entered, or we finished the Urs, isn't it? Of Hazrat Ali, Karamallahu Wajha, who in that mihrab, he was assassinated. He was assassinated. For what? For Islam, for this way. He was assassinated. He became Shahid. And the one before him, Hazrat Usman, became Shahid, reading the Quran Kareem. That one, Hazrat Usman, who compiled the Quran Kareem, and he died for that Quran Kareem. And that Quran Kareem still has his blood written on it. Yes. And Hazrat Umar also became a Shahid in that way, for the sake of Islam, for the sake of what our Shah is continuing. So this way is built, yes, on a lot of sacrifice. So don't enter into illusion and delusion world. If we are following the footsteps of the Sahabi Kiram, footsteps of the Tabi'in, it didn't stop there. Tabi'in sacrificed everything. Their lives, their wives, their husbands, their children, their fathers and their mothers and their wealth and everything in it for the sake of Allah and His Prophet. And that continued to the life of the Tabi'in, continuing up till today. That is not going to change. And for those who are looking to follow in that footsteps, we must be willing, we must be ready to sacrifice everything for the sake of Islam. That is what our Shaykh lived for. That is what he passed away from this life with. And following in his way, that is what we have to put in our lives and to make it strong. This world doesn't have much to continue. Very little time. And the believer must know how much time this world has. And the believer must prepare himself for many changes to happen. For all those heavy times and the test that is going to happen. The believer must prepare himself, because the Dajjal is going to come and he's going to fool so many. So many he's going to fool. So many Muslims he's going to fool. So many Ahli Tariqat he's going to fool. So many Jamaats he's going to fool. What is he going to bring? The Shariat of Rasulullah alayhi wasalam. He's bringing that. Those who are living for that and dying for that right now, they are not going to be fooled. Those who are looking for something else, those who are looking for magic, those who are looking for stations, those who are looking for unusual things, Dajjal is going to come. And he's going to give you what your ego is looking for, what you are looking for. We know our ego does not want to sacrifice. We know our ego just wants to satisfy itself. So the way it is clear. Follow your ego. You'll be following Dajjal that time. It doesn't matter who you say you are, who you are following. It doesn't matter who you belong to. It doesn't matter whose son you are, whose father you are. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a turban or not. That time, you are going to be fooled. Because you're not looking for that sacrifice. You're not looking to sacrifice yourself. You're looking what you can gain, what you can get, not what you can give. Love. Love. West, they teach us love is what you're going to get. If you're not getting what you want, there's no more love. Islam is saying love is complete submission. That time when you submit yourself and you say, I don't exist. I don't exist. Only you. When I submit myself to you, that is love. Don't think that way is easy. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying to that Bedouin who came and said, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. One person coming and saying, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. Holy Prophet ﷺ did not give a reply to say, very good, welcome to you, new days for you, mashallah to you, you become a saint to you, you have so much power to you, you are going to see so many things. He said, prepare yourself for hardship. Prepare yourself for hardship. If you love me, prepare yourself for hardship. Is that something so difficult for us to imagine, to see, to understand? The Khulafai Rashidun, the highest Sahabis, those ones following the footsteps of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, their life was filled with hardship, isn't it? Tabi'ins, tabi'ins. Those ones following up till today, their lives are filled with hardship. Allah testing His friends. Don't think we are in hardship. We have the luxury. We have everything. Alhamdulillah. We're not asking Allah to test us. But don't get drunk to think that you are going to achieve any station, that you're going to go to the same maqam or to the same paradise that they are going without Allah testing you. Don't be illusion and delusional that way. Because that is Ayatul Karimah. So, we should not take this religion as a joke. We should not take this way lightly. There is a reason why this Tariqatul Aliyah, the highest, is difficult. We are not saying that we have made much progress in this way. We're not claiming that. But our intention is to hold on tightly to our Shaykh and to put that discipline into our lives and to step on our ego and to continue in this way. Inshallah Rahman. With that, like what we were talking about earlier, even the ant with one broken leg who carried a 1 millionth part of a drop of water in its mouth. But because of the love that the ant has for Allah and His Prophet and the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was going to be burnt by Nemrut, that fire that could be seen all the way from that part of Turkey to Iraq, to Basra, the fire was so huge. But the ant is coming with that little tiny bit of water in his mouth to say, I've come to put out the fire of Nemrut. And Allah liked that, and is mentioning that ant in the Quran Kareem. And that ant will be among just a very few of the animals that is going to be in the Jannah. We are worse than that. But make your intention big. Don't be cheap with your intentions. Don't be cheap with your intentions and your ambitions in the way of Islam. We are here, inshallah Rahman, with the support of our Grand Shaykh, with the support of our Shaykh, to bring kufr down. And to take the flag of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and to bring it to the top of the White House. And to bring it to Istanbul together with Sahibu Zaman. That is our intention. Yes, we are worse than that ant, but we cannot make our intention to be small. May Allah forgive us and bless all of you for the sake of our Shaykh. We are blessed tonight with the ziyarat of the beard of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. May everyone who is watching and participating, and if their hearts are here with us and they are far away in the world, it doesn't matter, your spirit is here. And Shaykh Effendi is loving that, and you are here, you'll be getting the blessings, inshallah. Maybe there are people here whose heart is not here, and they're right next to the Prophet ﷺ, but they're not getting anything. May Allah protect us from that. And not only that, we also had a visitation, a ziyarat from the beard, the holy beard of Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani Qaddasallahu Sir. And very fortunate, means the open sign, the power is reaching to us. Who are we? We are nothing, but Shaykh Effendi is controlling everything from behind the mountain of Kaf. For that, shukr ya Rabbi, astaghfirullah ya Rabbi. Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Amen. Anybody has any question? Yes. MashaAllah. Come. We will all now renew our bayat to our Shaykh. In this holy night, with the beard of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the beard of our Grand Shaykh, with the beard of Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, to be witness that we are renewing our bayat with our Shaykh, dunya and akhirat. For you, for me, for everyone, inshallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. إن الذين يبينك يبين الله يرى الله قد عزيز رضينا بالله ربا ورضينا بالإسلام ورضينا بمحمد نبي قرآن الكتاب رضينا سلام محمد مشرك الله 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 حق الله 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 حق الله 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 حق إلى شرف النبي مصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كما شيخنا في تاريخ نقشبند العالية خاصة لرحيم بتارك غاز الحالك وجه الشح نقشبند محمد وسيب حاري سلطان أولياء شعب الله حزب السنة أبو الفقراء في رباني سلطان أولياء قبلة الإسلام صاحب الزمان الشيخ سلطان مولانا محمد نازل من الكبير عبد الخالق الجواني صاحب السيف الشيخ عبد الكريم كبريسي حزب فاتحة. آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Very good. Inshallah. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to say? Prepare what? Song? Song. Okay.